this is Richa Chaudhary from Darkest Chocolate. Sorry, we have to do that again. Hi, this is Richa Chaudhary from Darkest Chocolate.
Hello everyone, I'm Richa Kapila from Deechika
We are here to talk about conscious living.
and how it's impacting sustainability for the future. We started Deechika with the motive of, filling the gap in the market in the innerwear category. There was something which was really not taken care of in the menstrual industry, in the healthcare industry, where when we started going to schools, we realized that, and we started talking to students about menstrual health, and that's when we went to the agenda of talking about innerwear. But when we started doing that, we realized that menstrual health is such a huge topic that is completely untouched, and there is so many social taboos behind it which are not being addressed in the industry. And apart from that, sustainability was far from this particular topic. And that's when me and Vani decided, we really need to do something and think consciously and create a conscious product for this particular segment. And that's when we came with reusable period panties, where you can wash the period panty, clean it and reuse it. And the best part about it, it's lab tested. So it's hygienic, it's eco-friendly, and it's helping to reduce the carbon footprint. What about you?
It was a revelation in a way that how much chemicals that goes into a product which can be made with only 3 ingredients. And that is where we started our journey with. And whenever we introduce any product, we also want to continuously educate, and we talk about what is compound chocolate, what is Kavacha chocolate, what is artisanal chocolate, and we really want everyone to start reading labels. Are you actually trying to have chocolate which is cocoa flavored with a lot of vegetable fat and sugar, or are you actually having that rich chocolate taste and not just sweet?
I honestly don't have the habit of looking at the labels, but now when I'm a mother of 2 boys, I make sure that I go behind and check what I'm giving my kids.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important, and I've realized that because my little one loves chocolates. So for me, I need to make sure that I'm not giving him any ingredients of palm oil or a lot of sugar, carbs going in that. COVID was the time when it hit me the hardest, when we saw drastic climatic changes, and when we realized that how global warming and environment impact is being affected by the efforts and the things that is going on around us. And when you as a woman, when I realized that when I'm using a sanitary napkin and when I have my menstrual cycle going on, I'm using at least 2 to 3 sanitary napkins a day, which makes it at least 12 to 15 sanitary napkins in one cycle, which takes more than 100 years to actually decompose and get into the soil. Imagine the impact that is happening to the environment, which we are seeing currently, and what is the future we are giving to our children.
ना हमारे जनरेशन में all the cousins and everyone, they like friends also for that matter, most of our parents have diabetes or blood pressure, मतलब especially mothers. And what it really scares me to think कि to like just seeing her taking those insulin shots, it's very scary. And I don't want to have a life where I need after every meal I need to take injections to to stay healthy and to function. That is not how anybody should live a life.
True.
So a lot of times we go out for a walk, and we just after dinner take a small bite of chocolate, and we are having a nice conversation. In my head, it was a fantastic idea to start a bakery and a chocolate production side by side, because that is what we had experienced so far. Like any bakery you'll go to, you'll find cakes and you'll find chocolates.
True.
What I did not realize at that point of time was that bakery is all the baked goods is like a immediate consumption item, and chocolates do have a certain shelf life. And for us, since we were making the chocolates from scratch, so it was a completely different production line. So, processing the beans, roasting them, grinding them, making different formulations. It took almost 100 hours to make one batch of chocolate.
Wow.
And that was, in a cake, it was more like couple of hours and your cake is ready. And the chocolate shelf life is almost for 9 months. Cake shelf life is like 2 days.
Right.
The sales channel was different. So the realization really hit that cakes is something that is still a lot more developed. But chocolate as a product, and especially artisanal chocolate, has not been explored.
When my mother introduced me to sanitary napkins, it was a trauma. I'm sure you must have faced a similar experience, and I would have any woman standing in front of me would exactly say the same thing, because every girl at every age, at that particular age, has gone through that.
Education, I think, was mostly from teachers or your friends who have equal half knowledge about it.
Absolutely. And I just feel that it was always the scenario when your mother takes you to a separate room and tells you that okay, this is what you need to use, and with that limited knowledge, it is just you just have to use it. Why? What? Do we have another option? There was no cross questioning. Getting into womanhood, entering womanhood should not be like this. This should not be an experience. It is something that is so beautiful. Getting into womanhood, getting into adulthood should be celebrated. A woman or a girl should enter it with confidence and with happiness, and not with terror and torture and a bad memory. So I just feel that this is one of the reasons me along with Bani decided that we should provide something which is as close as what they were already using. Okay, so somebody who's already using a normal cotton innerwear pants or a brief or a panty should be introduced to something as close as it can be. And the best part about period panties is that even when at that age, because you just started with your menstrual cycles, your dates are not fixed. Okay, over the period of time the dates get fixed. So when you're going to school, you don't know when you'll start bleeding, and at that time
the embarrassment level is
absolutely
amazing.
So you don't know that, and if you start wearing and making regularly wear a period panty, that makes it much easier and would not create an embarrassment situation for you at any point of time during your journey of introduction to menstrual cycle. When we started digging and educating ourselves about the categories and the industry, we realized that there was something called beginner bras and trainer bras, which was completely unavailable in the market. And back in 2019, when you would go and probably go to a shop or probably search on Amazon that if I want a bra for my 10-year-old or 12-year-old daughter, you would just see 30 plus years old models showing the sports bras from a woman focused brand.
So when I went to a shop, it used to be the men who are showing me the bras. And it was like, how am I supposed to comprehend that entire information?
Exactly.
And the parents will be like, choose fast. I'm like, how am I supposed to even imagine anything and choose? The biggest myth is that kids will not like dark chocolate. And there'll be kids who are like 5-year-old, 7-year-old, and they would ask for, we want this chocolate.
Wow.
We want the 70% blueberry. And we would be like, are you sure? Please ask your mom. Like, no, we like it, we'll have it. Like, okay. So that was the biggest myth that got busted, that, I mean, if we give our kids less sugar from the start, they might appreciate all flavors.
Absolutely. And I think that is the reason why brands like us try to get in touch with our customer base and demographic, and it's so important. Like, we also go to schools and colleges, try to interact with our TGs as much as we can and introduce ourselves. We even talk to the parents because it's so important to know, because sometimes what you're doing and what you're putting out, offering it to them, there might be something else that we can offer and provide them when they're looking for, and which we are not doing. So there are so many gaps if you start meeting your customers, which you're beautifully doing with your pop-ups. And we do a lot of sessions with schools and colleges, and we end up understanding and discovering new products and new ideas which we can offer to our TGs.
So we do open up our kitchen. We invite people to come meet us and understand about chocolate. It's such a beautiful ingredient, and how it is being made. The entire how we put almost 40 hours per chocolate bar. It's a revelation when you make your own bar. And that is when you start appreciating all the other food also that you are consuming. And when COVID hit, that is when people actually started looking into the food, what they're eating. The entire conscious revolution or conscious eating revolution really happened. And that is when we saw a lot of people looking at the label, looking at what they're eating, looking at their food habits, their lifestyle habits, doing exercises more, and asking, oh, why is chocolate healthy? A question that we never really got before 2020. It was like, oh, dark chocolate is healthy, I've read about it. Our nutritionist told us that we should have dark chocolate. So that is when we started, recommending ki please have chocolate. If you're consuming it for health, then please have as dark as possible. If it is 70% dark, 80% dark, much better if it is 90% and above dark. So, that transition has really happened, but we try to support that entire thought process by keeping our chocolates, chemical free, gluten free. We started putting unrefined cane sugar instead of refined sugar. So that kind of brought in a kind of smoothness in the overall chocolate when you eat it. There's no sharp sweetness in it. If you look at the commercially available brands, even if they are saying it is dark on top, if you see the label, the first ingredient would be probably sugar, or it would be some sort of vegetable fat. And cocoa will be probably the third or the fourth ingredient.
And with yours, what?
Our first ingredient is cocoa.
Wow. So that's a huge difference.
Yes.
Okay. So with DCHECA, whenever we do a product launch, R&D is one of the most important processes in the whole cycle of product development. So especially when you talk about the sustainable period care and the period panty product within that category, it is a lab tested product, and we have Dr. Garima on board who helped us create the whole product. So there has been a lot of R&D, a lot of sampling and product being used by a lot of people, taking feedbacks and understanding the usability of the product. Because it was period panty is one of the products which has very limited availability in the industry at that point of time when we launched it. So there was not a lot of samples.
They're still limited.
Yeah, they're still limited, and there are not a lot of competitors or samples that we can pick up and compare it with. So it all had to be on a ground level R&D process. So we did a lot of. So Dr. Garima suggested that what are the lab tests that are supposed to be done for this product to be more hygienic and sustainable in a way. So she told us that PFOA and PFOS are two major tests which are supposed to be done for this product to be medically viable to use. So that test is basically one of those tests where it confirms that there is no particle in the product which causes cancer in the future. And it is a very important process, which test, which is important for the product to be sold internationally.
Okay.
In India, it's not a very mandatory test, and having said that, most period panties that are available in the market are not lab tested, and we are one of the very few who have those tests available. So that process and challenges, and apart from that, because it's a very tech driven product, where we use antimicrobial fabric, we use the inner layers that we're using for leak proof and absorbency, had to be constantly researched and tested, so that we make sure that the product is durable and user friendly. So similarly, different categories, like we started with seamless panties, even the bras that we're doing, they're very consciously made and keeping in mind what the customer needs, making sure that every launch starts with a pilot collection, which is sold through our website and given to a sample set, making sure they use it for certain months and giving their feedback, and based on that we create a final collection. So the research that is done within the categories and within the products are very thought through.
We have a very, very similar story. So when we started Darkins, so the R&D started in 2017, but we finally launched our first four in 2019.
Wow.
We stick to the farms who are using cocoa pods. So the cocoa beans, it comes in these big they are in these big fruits, and when you dehusk it, then what you get is inside is the cocoa beans.
Wow.
So the husk is used in the farms as a mulch.
Talking about similar research and similar R&D experiences, me and Vani, we've actually used the period panties ourselves, cycle after, and because you can use a single period panty only once a month and understand the product only once a month, so the process is so long, and we've used a period panty multiple times, and also seen that after use it for good 6 to 8 times, we have really cut the product and seen that from inside it is absolutely clean. There are no residues left from the previous usage. So all of that, so that is the intricacy of depth of research.
Like when we launched our chocolates, we did not sell it in the covers. We sold it without any brand, it was completely blind sold, so that we would be able to get a data like how much it is influencing a person when we sell them in covers with a brand name, and if it is still getting picked up and if it is still getting appreciated, and we would do a lot of blind tasting with international brands and see where we are and if it is still being appreciated. So if you see a lot of brands, they use fillers like vanillin. They would use emulsifiers. So are we stacking on a similar way and hoping that it gets accepted more? So I still remember that the bedrock of all the product launches has been extensive formulations and extensive tastings, and we do that even till date. So if anybody is visiting us at our kitchen, they would get to taste all the chocolates which are yet to be launched.
Wow. I think the biggest challenge with us when we launched our product was the hitch of people washing the panties. These days people are not used to wash their panties, so it was a huge challenge. So we used to get these reviews on our website and the marketplaces that it's a very difficult product to use, it's very uncomfortable. But we also got a lot of acceptance where people acknowledged and were very happy with the product, saying that they were completely gone rash free.
Wow.
So the best part is that using sanitary napkins used to create so much humidity and allergies and rashes, that period panties was one product which made completely eliminated that experience from their lives. So a lot of challenges along with a lot of acceptance we got with the product, and finally now it's been accepted in the market, and it's one of the period care, in the period care category, period panties were the first product, and after the success we launched sanitary napkins, which actually was accepted by the customers much faster than the period panties. So the whole period care products, sustainable period care products, is overall being accepted in the market, which is great for us.
Our biggest hitch was that people would see at dark chocolate and they'll be like, this will be way too bitter. And when you have ours, and then it's a realization that no, this has got a lot of interesting flavors in itself, and it is not really bitter. You're able to still enjoy a 70% dark. That actually brought us a lot of happiness when we found that acceptability. And when we were visiting the farms, like me and Prajna were visiting the farms, we realized that how the cocoa is being processed, and you won't believe how it is being processed. Some of them will be dried in the roads, like vehicles are moving and the cocoa beans are being dried over there. The fermentation is happening inside plastic coney bags in direct sunlight. It's not even properly being fermented, not properly dried. And when we started looking at, farmers were conscious. So what they would do, that they would take the pods, and the husk will be put back into the soil as a mulch. So they would not use any further any further fertilizers for the farms, because cocoa is anyways very nutrient rich. And so we try to partner with the more conscious farmers, and whichever farmer we meet, we try to tell them also that this is also a very good possibility of reusing the farm waste that they are accumulating any which ways. And for us, the fermentation process, the drying process, is a big give and take. So the initial chocolates that we made, we would give a feedback on the farm level that what differences we want, and then we would get a next batch of cocoa beans. So it was a very beautiful partnership that we built over years. And when we started making our bars, so there is a primary packaging. Now this paper is a natural paper, and then we give it in paper bags. We were earlier giving in paper bags, but then we came across a foundation called Mysa Foundation, who gave us these cloth bags. Now this is made from the katran, that is a cloth waste which you find around in Jaipur manufacturing. And now if you look at this bag, you can put a water bottle in it, you can just carry it around. It looks quite nice, a nice tote bag. So this is a kind of impact that we try to bring with Darkins.
So with Deechika, the social impact starts from home, and we make sure that every house there is a social responsibility, that every woman or even male in the households are playing a role in creating and reducing carbon footprint in the environment. And one major role is the reusable period panties and the sanitary napkins that we are selling through our period care collection. And those are basically making such a huge social impact. I mean, I think if we keep talking about it, there's no end. But even if I really want to talk and make it very brief, we are disposing more than 200 tons of sanitary napkins every single day. Imagine the impact that it is having on the environment.
Whoa.
So this is one big number which clearly says that why we need to shift to reusable sanitary care.
Absolutely.
And I think it says it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
there's a huge initiative that Deechika takes where we create sessions in schools and talk about menstrual health, educate not only girls but also boys. So we're moving forward and creating these sessions and educating kids how sustainability can be a part of their menstrual life and menstrual stories and menstrual experiences. So all of those steps we are taking through Deechika and trying to create an impact in the industry within this age group, because education and adaptation starts at early ages and early stages. So if we start at that level, I think it will bring a greater impact in the cause that we're trying to make.
I think we are also in a very similar route. So with Darkins, what we have constantly seen is there's a lack of education or understanding of what pure chocolate is. So going forward, we want to introduce more classes like cooking classes and hobby classes, so that when you're experiencing the purer form of chocolates and you're making your own versions of consciously made desserts, you will enjoy it far more, and you will have a more appreciation of all ingredients that also goes into it, and look at everything very closely. And it is a very good bonding time also, no?
Yes.
Getting your friends together, getting your family together for these kind of sessions. And the other thing that we want to do at Darkins, and it has been a pet peeve of mine for some time now, is that we want to replace the inner sleeve of the chocolate. The problem is that we're not able to get a laminate which keeps the chocolate safe. And for us, the laminate is a necessity right now. And I'm really imploring, if there is scientists and if anybody is working on it, that I just hope they reach out to us, and hopefully we'll be able to make the entire product sustainable.
I think starting from home is start being comfortable in washing your own undergarments. I think that will take you to a bigger step in life to start using reusable sanitary napkins and reusable sanitary care. If you're comfortable with that, you will not have a hitch in using reusable products, and disposing should not be an easy way out.
Yeah. For I think everybody should start reading everything. Like, read labels on all the packaged food that you are having. Start reading the labels of any product that you are using, because this is direct on your skin.
I think talking about reading and educating about yourselves about the product that you want to use, and that's where brands like us make sure that we give literature about the product. Even with period care, we tell them what a period panty is, how to use them, and how the period panty works. So all this information, if the customers, even the PFO and the PFOS I was talking about, what is it about and what is it, so we all mention in the product. So I think the more customers starts reading and educating themselves, and not just picking up product and using it and then judging about based on what their experience is. Okay, great, thank you very much. मुझे तो इतने पॉडकास्ट भी लंबे नहीं थे मेरे.